Rachel, I want to get you in this conversation because you are really a bright light for so many reasons and for so many people. But you also are first generation, so many things if you tick the box. I thought we could go back to your origins. Like many fashionistas, you started at the mall, which is a story you'd like to tell.
Yes, they did.
But and if you could just take us back to what it was like to be young and ambitious with an immigrant family with very specific cultural expectations of how you were to behave and how you were going to grow up. And how did you manage all of that?
Yes, thank you for asking, and hi everyone. Happy to be here with you today and to tackle this. You know, when you are raised by an immigrant father, at least, from India, you have certain protocol. There's a certain unspoken rule of working and appreciating the work that you have because many of your family members cannot work. So I have been working since the age of 14, and luckily I chose a genre that I loved, fashion. And fashion's really interesting because it's one, and probably like entertainment, women are welcome, minorities are welcome, gays are welcome. Sometimes the odder you are, the more successful you are, and that's actually a true story in fashion. So from day one, I've been working 14 all the way through 42 in fashion, have only worked in fashion, and so yes, maybe I have been in somewhat of a bubble, but it's this beautiful bubble of what I love that doesn't even feel like work, and it just automatically includes what many society, high school kids would normally be kind of pushed to the side. Those are the people that rise to the top in my industry. Mm-hmm. And so sometimes it does shock me when friends or colleagues are worried about their own children. Are they going to have the same opportunities? They worry about their daughters, and will their daughters have the same opportunities as their sons? Because this is not fashion. So that's a great line of work to get in if anyone is worried about inclusion.
It's a good plan B for all of us.
It takes talent and hard work, but it does not matter what you look like.
Well, I would have known that.
But an interesting little story, about 12 years ago, I did my first fashion shows, putting it together. I knew what I wanted to do and what I needed to do, but I had never put one together officially before. Hired a great stylist, I had worked for Vogue. And I just kind of put it out there, 50-50. I need at least 50% brown faces as models. Didn't think much of it. I just thought, how could it be any other way? Well, she told me that I would not be taken seriously if I made her stick to that standard. And I wouldn't be taken seriously by the magazines, by buyers, and I just simply didn't care. And that's one thing that I think we really have to stick to, not caring what other people think, what's important to you, what's your intent, and you go and you make it happen. And sure, it sounds easier, said than done, but it is possible. I had at least 50% brown faces, and they went and found them. They do exist, and never worked with that stylist again.